出乎所有人的意料，凤青儿在萧炎层出不遂凤青儿的最强一击，成为这场决胜之战。金蜀族的信物顺利进入了资源更优质的捷径，力敌的两方势力带来怎样的变化？
At this moment, the battle between Xiao Yan's group and the beast tide was still extremely intense. More and more fierce beasts arrived. Under the command of the beast leader, countless roars continuously echoed. In the blink of an eye, as they charged forward, many people were slaughtered on the spot, their corpses lying all over the ground. Some were even torn apart, their desperate cries for help resounding far away, making the situation ever more dangerous. At this point, everyone had to use their full strength. They rushed toward the beast tide and began encirclement attacks. A terrifying battle broke out. For a time, thunderous explosions filled the skies. The ground trembled violently. While fighting and moving, they finally reached the end of the road. Yet, at the end of the road stood a barrier. Only by passing through it could they escape the beast tide. However, as they approached the barrier, many were seized and torn apart by fierce beasts. At this moment, Xiao Yan urged everyone to go ahead while he stayed behind to cover their retreat. Following the plan, the group quickly crossed the barrier and got outside. Meanwhile, Xiao Yan had to use all his strength to withstand the fierce beasts. More and more fierce beasts appeared at the end of the road, exhausting Xiao Yan. At the same time, an incident occurred. Because the beasts were too numerous, those who had already passed through had to pour energy into the wall to reinforce it, preventing the beasts from breaking through. Xiao Yan, however, continued to endure the overwhelming beast tide. They became more numerous and ferocious with each moment. Finally, after everyone else had escaped, Xiao Yan was exhausted. He was hurled against the barrier and thrown backward. When he stabilized his body, he saw behind the barrier thousands of fierce beasts roaring and slamming violently, trying to rush outside. Because of this, everyone had to give their utmost to maintain the seal and prevent them from breaking free. After a while, when the beast tide gradually disappeared, Xiao Yan and the others finally breathed a sigh of relief. But turning back, they realized the Han clan members were nowhere to be seen. Without delay, Xiao Yan and his group immediately gave chase. Dozens of figures sped swiftly through the sky. Soon they plunged into a misty cloud. Nearby, the heavenly demon Phoenix clan was also flying rapidly, eyes fixed ahead at the Han clan. Moments later, led by the Han clan, they emerged from the fog. What greeted their eyes was the illusory image of a massive golden ancient tree. Seeing it, their eyes gleamed with delight. Behind them, Xiao Yan's group also arrived. The moment they saw the Bodhi Ancient Tree, they were stunned in shock. Looking at it, Xiao Yan's eyes shone brightly as he muttered, "Is this the legendary Bodhi Ancient Tree?" As his words fell, everyone's gaze followed, filled with excitement. Just then, dazzling golden light suddenly radiated from within the Bodhi Ancient Tree. Looking closely, they were astonished to discover it emanated from the Bodhi Heart. At this point, greed filled their expressions. At that moment, unable to restrain themselves, the Han clan and heavenly demon Phoenix clan members rushed forward. In a flash, dozens of figures teleported toward the tree. Instantly, they appeared near the Bodhi Ancient Tree. Seeing their impatience, Xiao Yan's group remained silent. Then Xiao Yan turned to his companions and said, "The Bodhi Ancient Tree is among the three great heavenly treasures. If there's no danger, that would indeed be strange. Be careful. Let them go first." As soon as he finished speaking, 5 black-robed figures suddenly appeared around the Bodhi Ancient Tree, blocking the Han clan and heavenly demon Phoenix clan. With their appearance, the entire space shook violently. Terrifying pressure swept outward golden radiance, enveloping everyone nearby. Feeling such pressure, everyone's expressions turned grim, for they realized all 5 were Du Saints half-saints. Looking at them, Xiao Yan drew a deep breath, inwardly startled 5 half-saints, but without any life force. Hearing this, Xun Er replied, "That's right, they're just puppets." Facing the might of the 5 experts, Hun Yu muttered, "These are the half-saints recorded in the ancient texts of my clan. Weren't they said to have vanished with the Bodhi Ancient Tree?" Nearby, Qingyang's face grew solemn as he asked, "What should we do?" Hearing that, Xiao Yan swept his gaze across his group and said darkly, "Only by joining forces can we fight against these half-saint puppets." Everyone nodded. However, against 5 half-saints, even the combined forces of Xiao Yan and the Gu clan were insufficient. After thinking, Xiao Yan raised his voice to the surrounding groups, If we don't advance, these puppets won't attack. Anyone who wants to withdraw still has the chance. At his words, many frowned but ultimately shook their heads. Seeing this, Xiao Yan shouted again, "If no one withdraws, then we have no choice but to fight. We'll handle one, the other 4 are yours. What do you say?" Hun Yu glanced at Xiao Yan and replied, "We can handle one." At the same time, Zhu Feng laughed, "Leave one to us." Xiao Yang's gaze turned to the remaining groups. "The other 2, can you manage?" They nodded. Taking a deep breath, Xiao Yan bellowed decisively, "If there are no objections, let's attack." The Dao Qi in his body erupted, and he shot forward. Behind him, numerous figures followed, most notably Xun Er and Medusa, fighting side by side as if they had been companions for ages. In the blink of an eye, a grand battle erupted. Taking advantage of their numbers, they launched an encirclement. As Xiao Yan's group clashed with their puppet Han Yu's side, also attacked fiercely, encircling their own ancestor-turned-puppet. Nearby, Zhu Feng's group and others also engaged the remaining puppets. In an instant, terrifying Du Qi filled the plains like raging storms. Although their numbers were many, none were true half-saints. Thus, the battle was destined to be bloody and brutal. After 20 minutes of fierce combat, several elders near Xiao Yan had already lost their ability to fight from the overwhelming shockwaves. Fortunately, core members like Xiao Yan Gu Qingyang and Xun Er had extraordinary strength, allowing them to suppress their half-saint puppet. At that moment, golden radiance surged from Xiao Yan's body, his frame expanding rapidly. His fists, like golden armor, struck their foe. Beside him, Xun Er and Gu Qingyang simultaneously unleashed devastating attacks. Above Medusa, summoned a multicolored lightning pillar, striking the puppet's head. Their cooperation was seamless attacks, relentless. In the moment of impact, a thunderous explosion resounded. The half-saint puppet's body shattered instantly. Watching the figure vanish, everyone finally sighed in relief. Then Xiao Yan said, "Recover your strength quickly, I'll guard you." Everyone promptly swallowed medicinal pills and sat cross-legged to heal. Xun Er stepped beside Xiao Yan, gazing at the other battles, and softly asked, "Xiao Yan, shouldn't we help them?" Xiao Yan shook his head. "No need. Let's conserve our strength. This Bodhi Ancient Tree is far stranger than I imagined. If we're careless, we may not only fail to obtain the treasure, but lose our lives as well." While Xiao Yan was deep in thought, a muffled sound rang nearby. Turning his head, he saw Hun Yu expressionless, smashing the head of his puppet ancestor. After delivering the blow, Hun Yu inhaled deeply and looked at Xiao Yan with a warm smile. This made Xiao Yan sneer, inwardly thinking, "This bastard truly has talent for acting." After finishing their battle, Hun Yu's group also sat down to recover, clearly drained. About 10 minutes later, the Heavenly Demon Phoenix clan ended their fight too, though 3 of their experts perished. Shortly afterward, the final puppet was destroyed. When the last puppet turned to dust, Xiao Yan's group slowly opened their eyes. With the help of medicinal pills, they had recovered much of their strength. Seeing this, Xiao Yan's gaze shifted toward the Bodhi Ancient Tree. After a pause, he spoke. "From here on, the dangers will only grow many times worse. I suggest that anyone below 6-star Du Venerate should stay behind." As his words fell, everyone nodded. And what thrilling events await in the battles to come? Stay tuned on the Review 5 Minutes YouTube channel for more details. Goodbye and see you next time.